My dad was in the Navy, and I don't know if he gathered this money when he was on.
This looks like a little proof set.
I think this whole thing's full of proof sets.
Yeah. Some of the older ones have a little value to them. This is 68, so they're not silver ones.
$1. Yeah, she just collected this her whole life, you know, through.
Let's see.
And I don't know what to charge for it. Like,
Well, that's the problem, is you might have some diamond in the rough in there, right? Like,
yeah, that's the whole thing. And I just don't want to give her life's collection away to somebody and not know what it's.
these are all at least $1, and there's a few that are really specific, like valuable ones, but usually the valuable ones of these, thousands, they come in a special little presentation. What do we got here?
How much is a Lady Liberty worth?
Well,
I probably gave that away because I sold one coin a while back and the guy gave me $12 for it.
depends
And it
on
was a Liberty.
depends on what the Liberty is, because technically there's Liberty on a lot of these. Like that right there is supposed to be Liberty. That one has Liberty. It looks like a dude, but but I mean, some of them are silver coins in here, and so you at least have that. Liberty nickel, but those are pretty worn. Buffalo. Old Mercury dime. Well, that right there is a little value. Somebody definitely polished it. But as long as it's real, that's, you know, close to $30 for that right there.
Really?
Yeah.
How about the silver dime? Do they work anything?
Where are you at on silver dimes? Where here?
Mm-hmm.
You probably can't even, can you open this?
I think so.
Silver dime should be approximately like the silver price is now, $1.50 to $2 each. Every single one of them. As long as they are silver. 64. 64. 64. Looks like all 64, so that's good. So you got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. A little bit over $1 face value. So close to $20 of silver in that jar. I don't know, it's hard to say without me like specifically going through every little thing. See, that stuff is just like spending money.
Oh, there's a silver quarter.
Which one? Yep,
1944.
it's a good one.
And what are they worth a piece? Like,
Silver quarter, you're probably talking about $4 to $5 each.
really?
Because right now with the silver prices, like $1 face value of silver is about $20. It's actually a little bit less, I think,
She
because
had-
silver's been coming down.
10 rolls that she took out of here. The
Uh-huh.
silver went up real high one time, and she knew they were all silver. What did she sell them for? $50 a roll.
All right, I am back at home. I was not able to get that collection. I want to tell you why in this little clip right here. If you are trying to sell a collection and it has United States coins, get yourself a red book of coins. That is kind of the guidebook right there, and it says a guidebook of United States coins. You can see that I have an older version right here. That typically is fine if you're dealing with older coins. It gives you the rarity of most coins. The value is a little wonky, especially if you start going back in time on those books, but you can kind of see if it is a rare coin and then use the internet to try to keep up to date on that stuff. But you can get most of those old ones from bookstores for trying to clearance out the old ones, the old books, and you can get them for pretty cheap. I get those for $3, $4, no problem. Anyways, so I would recommend that, number one. Number two, don't lie to the person trying to buy your coins. That drives coin buyers crazy, right? If you tell me, and this lady did, she said, I don't know anything about coins. Would you like to have a look at this collection? Maybe we can make a deal. And I'm like, sure. I said, I can give you a totally honest opinion about what you have, and we can try to make a deal. She said, great. Comes out of the house, and you can see me in that video, and I pick up one of the proof sets, and I say, oh, it looks like you have a proof set here. And she goes, actually, I have a bunch of proof sets. Here's a whole bunch, right? And that was a red flag to me, because if you know what proof sets are, you know something about coins. And she also, in the video, as you can see, she started identifying silver coins. So she knew some things, right? She didn't know nothing. She was trying to get a value that was really appealing to her, which was likely way too much for me to end up buying, which I'll tell you more about that here in a second. So yeah, she knew something about coins, which drives me crazy, because I'm trying to give you an honest opinion. I'm trying to give you like as best of an idea of the prices I can. At a glance, I don't have forever to spend there. I had only a few moments. It wasn't like she said, take these back to your house and go through them and see if there's any special coins in there. I'm just quickly quick fishing through and trying to get her an idea of what I could give her price wise. So I made her the offer on everything there of $150. And I said, depending on what you have, it could go from $150 to $200. I said, I'm probably going to end up trying to make 20 or 30 bucks on you on the whole thing if I was to sell it. And that's probably fair, right around there. Unless she, I went through that whole collection and she had some stuff that I wasn't seeing at a glance. I know that when I looked through some of her half dollars, that there was one Benjamin Franklin half dollar in there amongst a bunch of just, current half dollars. So the current ones, for the most part, except for a few special ones, are just spending money. She had a bunch of Eisenhower dollars, the big ones. Although you don't see those every day anymore, you can go to the bank and oftentimes still get those big Eisenhower dollars. And only a few of those were silver, and they were 40% silver. She didn't have those. So, she had a lot of spending money, and that was mostly what she had. Stuff that I told her myself that I would literally wrap that stuff up or bring it to the bank and exchange that stuff just because I have so much. And so, it's difficult for somebody to hear that kind of stuff, that because, the parent or whatever was older, they had these old coins. You think old coins, you think automatically it has to be worth a lot of money. A lot of times in coin collecting, it's not always the case that old just means you're going to be rich. There's all kinds of old coins out there. And, everybody's collection too is a lot different. You see a lot of people putting like things in these little plastic bags, and things are just strewn about, and it's hard to tell what is anything, and so you got to look through all of it. And I was doing the best I could there. And now, me being the kind of person I am, I know where that person lives. They're local to me. I was at a, local yard sale. I could, go through that at my house. If I found a gold coin or whatever that was amongst everything else in there, you better believe that I would be like, hey, so this was gold. So if you want to do a deal on this, or you can have it back, I would probably do something like that. Give her the option of like, I know we already made a deal and everything, but we didn't see that $200, $300, $400 coin amongst everything else. So if you want to go ahead and do a separate deal for that, we can go ahead and get that done. And I'm sure that would make their day. But a lot of people wouldn't do that. All right? A lot of times when you sell coins to a collector, that's part of the game, unfortunately. They look through and they found that, oh, wow, that was a $500 piece. And you'll never hear that from them. You'll never know. And, unfortunately, that's where some, dealers get a bad name and a bad rap. And it also makes the seller on edge a little bit, because they're like, I might have that special rare coin that could pay my house off, so to speak. And, that's troubling. But anyways, so as I'm going through, I offer the person $150. And I said, I'm really comfortable around that. And she goes, oh, no, I can't sell it for anywheres around that. And I go, okay, well, like, what do you think is a fair price? Thinking like she might throw, another $10, $20 at me and we can make the deal. She goes, honestly, I'm probably just going to wait for the first person that says, that they're going to offer me $500 for the whole thing. And I'm going to take that. And I'm like, I'm good. I can't even come anywhere near the $500 mark, because you don't have it here at all. I said, hey, listen, you can always just sit there and wait for silver to go up, and maybe you can end up, making some money off of this thing. But I said, I don't see $500 coming from this collection in the near future of yours, unfortunately. And she's like, it's okay. She's like, she took my number. She's like, if I change my mind, I can give you a call. I'm like, absolutely. That's fine. I don't think that I'd be getting a call from her. I think that she's sitting on something that she thinks is more than it is. And she's going to sit on that until, forever. That's just the way things work. And the chances are, with most of the value of that set being spending money, and also being silver, sometimes silver can come down, right? I'm giving her current silver prices for things and actually paying a little bit over that when it came to the silver. And, she's trying to, assume that silver is $100 an ounce in her pricing. And I also have to be worried, if I'm a buyer, that silver could come down a little bit. And that's why when I buy sets like that, although I'm a collector, most of the time I buy it and I move it immediately. And that way I don't get hurt on things like that. And so trying to buy and sell quickly is a good strategy there when you're talking about the majority of value being like a precious metal. And then the spending money, I would just, like I said, take right to the bank, bada bang, flip it over. But yeah, ultimately I wasn't able to get it. I could not come close to her $500 price that she came up. And as you can see in that video, I actually cut it out because I was trying to show her that I knew a little bit of what I was talking about and how I was coming to my numbers. And when I cut out the video, what I was doing is I was using my phone to show her coinflation.com, where I could end up showing her how the current, coins that she had, what the silver price of those was by itself. So like she had asked me like the price of the dimes or the quarter, etc. And I was, boom, let me show you how I'm coming to that conclusion right here on the internet. I showed her. Wasn't enough for her. Like I said, I think that she already knew enough about coins that she was able to somewhat make her own determination. And, it wasn't there. A lot of the stuff that she had, even though they're older proof sets, they don't typically go for a lot of money. Coin shops are sitting on a lot of that stuff, and they don't really go anywhere unless they're the silver proof sets or very specific proof sets or coins within those proof sets that are really valuable. They don't really move a whole lot. They just kind of, stay there in limbo, unfortunately, and it is what it is. Anyways, I just thought it was kind of interesting. So also, if you are out at garage sales or yard sales, don't be afraid to ask for something that you don't see there, like a coin collection. A large amount of the population are actually coin collectors, believe it or not. It's one of the most popular hobbies in the entire world is collecting coins. So there's a strong chance that somebody that has a coin-related item on a table like that will also have a coin collection. And in this case, that came true. I got to go for now. I appreciate y'all for watching. Just keep on keeping on. Do your research if you're somebody that really doesn't know what's going on out there. I get questions in my emails all the time asking about different coins. Can I get their opinion, or can I give them my opinion on these different coins that they had? When a lot of their answers would be easily answered if they would just grab this right here. This one book will help them, and then you don't even have to take a stranger's opinion for anything, right? You can get your own answers from this right here. And like I said, you can get a used copy or a clearance copy because it's an older date for dirt cheap. Do the right thing, do your own research before you start selling, and then you won't have this weirdness of not knowing and trusting a stranger, and living on the thought that you might have sold something that, again, could have sold or paid for your house. I gotta go. Appreciate you for watching. Spegtacular is out. Well, hello everybody. I seek to educate and entertain through my journey of collecting coins and stacking precious metals. I encourage you to subscribe and please stay with me on this journey. I am Spegtacular, the Silver Stacular. When I was a kid, we did this every day in school, and I believe we need to bring this back a little bit, and I'm going to start right now. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.